What's up, everybody on YouTube? I am InDriver KG, and it's a shame that I even have to make this type of video. I did try and keep it professional, calm, when it came to this matter, but I'm going to explain everything, and this is for the people who've supported me, the people who I've talked to, on a personal level. Those that are closest to me, you guys know the story already. You know everything. I've showed you all the screenshots. But for you looking in, I made this video originally yesterday, right? And I thought about it. That was a 50-minute video trying to get all the facts to it. And in the middle of editing it, I'm like, damn, that's just too much. And it's, even though at this point, I guess I am a public figure, it's I have to explain myself because of keyboard warriors and stuff like that. First of all, some of you people are idiots. Holy shit. I try to be nice, but like the amount of people that don't know the whole story and you already take a side. I mean, I didn't even give my full side. I just said I'm stepping away and okay. So let's get into it. So let's move the camera over so I can start showing some stuff. We got a post here, okay, on Facebook. I haven't been that active on Facebook recently. I've just been taking some time to myself and feeling, trying to figure stuff out with this car. The biggest elephant in the room, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just talk about the stuff that's on the post that Daniel was claiming. And then we're going to talk about the rest of the stuff. So, I got the whole post here. All right, let's go. So somebody said on the N Club, Elantra N group on Facebook that let's address the elephant in the room. It needs to be talked about. We all in the community know with the video that InDriver KG, that's me, basically put out saying that N75 isn't a good tuner and bad customer service. First, let's dissect that part. Yesterday I did not say he wasn't a good tuner. I just said my tune has never been correct. I've always had cuts. If your car has cuts, if you're scared to mat on it at 3K, that tune isn't there. So I never said he wasn't a good tuner. At this point, I definitely don't think he's a good tuner. And bad customer service. The customer service has become crap. It has. But again, you don't have to take my word for it. There's a bunch of people that have had N75 that still have N75 to this day that I actually still talk to, and they're like, man, I can't get him to do anything. I can't get him to send anything. All right. Daniel goes right away. So this is what had happened. He had a hybrid in which he told me failed, and he sold it to someone in his community. Then the next turbo, I sent him fails within a week or two. It's weird. His car was sponsored by us, and he wasn't paying for all parts. Turbos were free, and we planned to send him whatever he needs until this happened. Tried to make it right with him various different ways. He refused. Either way, it didn't even cost him a cent. I cannot keep sending someone turbos who is selling them. So I'm refusing to tune it and terminate the sponsorship. I'm unsure why he's making it seem like this. Total $7,000 in parts and tuning services that were given for free, and $1,000 that was donated to his GoFundMe. One, I didn't even start that GoFundMe. A friend of mine, shout out to her, Joyce, she started that GoFundMe. She was the one that was there during the accident. She was actually a couple of cars in another lane and saw everything that go on. And we actually became friends after that. She saw most of it. So she started that, and that's where that came from. And $1,000. Let me show you guys how much is shown in this screenshot. Okay, so that's $1,000. That looks like $1,000, $300. But that's the first exaggeration we got here. So now we're gonna move down. Someone named Tyler Jung. Wow, to think I produced 100% more and better content than him, and I didn't have a full sponsorship on the YouTube channel. I have races, street digs, street rolls, multiple angles from both cars, and in the finish line. I don't even know you, bro. It's the dude that says he only has like an N75 tune and like an intake and downpipe, but he's full bolt on, fully gutted, uses E, and is stacking the JB4 on top of the N75 tune, but not telling people that. I mean, I got screenshots. You want to see screenshots? I would stay in my lane. I would stay in my lane. Yo, I'm doing 100 to 150 because that's what everybody else is doing. I got the fastest 100 to 150 part of the racing team. If you did do content, I haven't seen it. I watch almost every in driver's YouTube channel. I watch all of them. I may not comment on all, but I watch them. Keep doing your thing, guys. Let me explain the turbo situation. From the time that I had the DCT, he said, hey, man, you get that car into the tens, I'll send you a turbo. We didn't talk nothing about sponsorship, okay? I never bought it up. Hey, you want to sponsor the car? It was just like, hey, man, I need a tune. The one time he charged me for revisions, it was $75. Have that here. And then after that, it was just like, I didn't ask for that many more tunes after that because that one was okay. It's still cut, but it was okay. It was doing its thing. Then I got into the accident. Like I said, he did donate this $300. Said it's 1,000. And then I got into this car, right? Thanks, your $300 went a very long way on the down payment of this car. Thanks. You want that $300 back? We get to getting a new car. The water meth I paid for. Downpipe I paid for. The injectors I paid for. Oh, you sent me the spark plug wires, the coil packs that most of the tuners have. Thanks, man. I don't remember asking for that. Actually, I didn't ask that for that. You said, hey, I got these coil packs. I'm going to send it. It helps with the cut. Okay, cool. Thanks. So he sent it. Where is it at? It's still in the box in the car. I get another tune. I get two more tunes. So the one tune did like a 12-1. I was like, ugh, I don't like this. Then he gave me a lot more power. That tune ended up being the tune that we know today, the 25, 26, with pounds of boost and 30 degrees of timing. At the time, I thought the timing was okay. You know, Daniel explained to me, especially when I first got into this community, that, hey, these cars like timing. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, the boost is not always the way to go. It's timing. Okay. All right, if that's what it takes to go fast, okay, I'm learning. So after that, he said, hey, you're getting these cuts because you need injectors. I put the injectors in. So, mind you, the car that we got outside, me and my fiance, we went in. We were both owners on that car. The turbo was already like shitty when I got it. Meaning, when I turn it on, you hear ooh, and it moves with the RPMs. It also smoked on decel, and it smoked if I revved it. I got that in the video back then. So turbo had some bad play in it, and definitely was bad. So at the time, I went to go get that figured out at the dealership. The dealership, it was supposed to cost me nothing. It was going to be warranted. Something happened at that dealership. Some chick, I don't know who she was. She tells them that I have a YouTube channel and that the car has water meth injection. Guess what? I didn't take the water meth injection off when it went in the shop. So they say, hey, even though your car is here and it's up in the air and got the turbo out, you're going to have to pay for that stock turbo and you're going to have to pay for the job. Like, okay. Hey, Daniel, remember you promised that turbo? Yeah. Okay. Remember you said you had the HT400? I know you said on July 17th that if I got into, uh, if I got a good time, I think it was like low tens. I said, yo, I want to get a low 9 or a mid 9. I'd be so happy. And you said, yo, you get that. Oh my God. I'd be so happy. I'd be so hyped. But let me send you the HT400 and the S400 type of turbo that I got. Okay. Cool. I'm excited to hear that. Mind you, still no talk of sponsorship. Sponsorship. So we go on and he said, hey, I don't have that HT400 turbo. I know I promised you, but I don't have it right now. It's being built. Okay. So, when could you get that to me? Because right now, that is one of my only forms of transportation. I'm getting rid of my other car. Somebody's coming to buy that. What I need to know something. Oh, well, I'm going to send you the S400 variant, the custom, because at that time he did not call it the S400, and I honestly forgot it was the S400. He was just like, oh, it's a custom turbo from a six builder. That's all I needed to know. He didn't want to tell me anything about it. And okay, so he said, hey, I'm going to send it to you. I don't like this one. I'm going to send the HT400 later on when it gets built. Okay. Puts the HT400 on. He sends that to me. Still no talk of sponsorship. No talk of sponsorship in that. And there was no talk of, hey, your stock turbo, I want that stock turbo. I sold that to a guy for $200. It was blown. I knew it was blown. I put it out there. Hey, anybody want to buy this turbo? It's blown. It's smoking. It's doing all sorts of crap. Maybe you could use it for a core for a hybrid. I don't know. I said, you know what? Let me help somebody out. I'll sell it for freaking $200. So he sends that, put it on. I put this turbo on, and it's like screaming. And then all of a sudden, I'm in boost. Bam! I just hear, what the fuck is that noise? Freaking out. Yo, Daniel, what the hell is that noise? Do you know what this noise could be? And I'm glad I was recording. I sent it to him. And he said, oh, well, it could be a number of things. Check your blower valve, check your Pearsburg, blah, blah. I had a stock blower valve. He said, oh, you need to change your blower valve. All right, I bought a blower valve. Hey, you need to change your Pearsburg. I bought a Pearsburg. My money, again. We went and figured out it was the hot pipe got loose. Okay, cool. So I'm driving one day, and the car starts smoking. Out the back, I'm getting blue smoke. Out the front, I'm getting a little steam out the front. I'm like, what the hell happened? When I popped the hood, I didn't see where the steam was coming from. I'm freaking out. I asked one of my dudes. He works at Hyundai. Same guy who put the turbo in the first time. Yo, what, do you know what this could be? Hey, bro, I don't know. It sounds like it could be your turbo. How's your boost? It's a little slow getting on boost. It's also screaming. You want to drive it, see if you can see what's going on? So meet up with him. He drives it. Hey, man, I think that's your turbo, man. I don't know. We would have to get a compression test and leak down test. Okay. What did I do? I went to Daniel. Hey, man, something's going on with this turbo. Still, he didn't say I want it back. I said, hey, do you happen to have that HT400? Hey, it's waiting to get built. It's going to be built. Wait. Okay. So I'm trying to hold out here. And that's when I said, hey, guys, I'm going to be thinking about doing head studs. From there, he said, hey, guess what? Turbo's finally here from the builder. Sorry it took a little longer. It was being, the person who was building it had a family emergency. So I finally got that turbo. And then that's when I started speaking to Tin Man. Tin Man reached out to me. Very, very good dude. I learned so much from Tin Man. And mind you, Tin Man showed me a lot of stuff, and he said, hey, man, just that phone call that we had for about an hour. Hey, you know, this could happen, that could happen, this could happen. Wait, so you're saying that the smoking that I'm getting in the front, try and go in the boost again and see if it comes out the coolant reservoir? That's head lift? Okay. So I did that. That's head lift. So at that point, I'm like, oh, crap. I don't know if this turbo's all the way down. He said, oh, well, get it down here. We're going to do it. Give me the price, all that stuff. Get it down here, and we'll check the turbo. We'll see if that turbo's any good. So I told that to Daniel, and of course, he said there's no such thing as head lift on my type of boost numbers. It doesn't happen. He's never seen it. So I'm going based off of what Daniel said. If there's no such thing as head lift, okay, so I don't know what's going on. I'm lost. So at that point, I'm like, hey man, Daniel, what's going on with the T400? Is it here? Blah blah. I'm about to go down and get this done, get this stuff done. And at that point, he was just like, oh well, I'm busy, I'm sick. He gets sick a lot. He's like sick like 8 times out of the year. So I'm like, hey man, not to bother you. What do you want me to do with turbos, stuff like that? Oh, we need to figure out what's going on first. We need to do all this. So okay. Left that alone. Never said, hey, I want your stock turbo. Never said I want the thing. And he never said I was sponsored yet. And before I even drove down there, I reached out to this guy named Addison. Some of you guys know him. He works for N75. No brainer. And he told me he was coming to N75 before he did. This is, I would say, a friend of mine's, right? And I said, hey, man, just in case, I have a turbo I'm going to be selling. I don't know if it's good. I'm going to figure it out. If some shit happened to it, I don't know. But I wanted to sell it for cheap. Like maybe just help somebody out. Maybe they could get it. If it's blown, they could build it. Oh, maybe it's good. Who knows? He said, hey, I'll let you know. I said, hey, I'll give you money on top. He said, you know what? Next day, he said, I'll take it. I said, okay, well, let me let you know if it's bad. If it's bad, $400, something like that. If it's good, we could work something out. I'll give it to you cheap. All right. So I made it all the way down to Tin Man, all the way down. And the car, I didn't get on it, but the car made it. And Tin Man looked over it. He said, yo, this turbo's good. So what did I do? I took out my phone, took a video of it. I sent it to Addison, and he's like, all right, man, I'll take it. All right, cool, $800. So at that point, I sold it. I'm putting the HT400 on. Mind you, if we're doing a sponsorship, still there was no sponsorship talked about. The only person that talked to me about a sponsorship was Whoosh. Shout out to Whoosh Performance. And Whoosh Performance said, I reached out to them, said, hey, any word on that exhaust? I'm pretty interested in that exhaust. He said, hey, I already got somebody for that, but you know what? I'll send you an intercooler. Could you make a video about it? Sure. Oh my God, a sponsorship. I was happy. That's the sponsorship. He said, all right, so here's the deal. Somebody's going to email you and send you this stuff and read this the terms and conditions of this sponsorship, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I understand that. We set the ground rule. So he sent me a turbo. I got it down there. I do all that. I do the video. You guys seen it. And I do a little Instagram reel of the intercooler, all the stuff we did together. Right? At this point now, I do the video, put the HT400 on, and guess what? The freaking wastegate is off. I'm like, oh shoot, I've never seen any of the hybrids come with a wastegate that's off. Okay. So we put the wastegate on, and I drove it. I didn't get on it hard. The minute I got back up to New Jersey, where I live, I got on it a little hard. And guess what? The car did some weird shit. It was like bucking, and I'm like, all right, that's a fuel cut. And mind you, I put on the tune that he sent me. Nothing. Something's going on with the car. So I rode around for weeks with the boost not hitting over 20. I was getting like 17 back to back to back. You guys could go to the breaking in the turbo video and see that. So where is he getting that it blew 2 days after it got put on? I'm still not seeing that. He definitely said, I said it blew 2 days after. No, we're weeks into it. So now I'm like, hey Daniel, I got these map sensors. I think it's the map sensor issue because he told me to buy more things again to fix and combat this. Why is this turbo not going over 17 psi? I'm sending him logs. He's like, "Oh, it looks like your wastegate duty is there, so something else is going on. It's not the wastegate." And I said, "Hey, do you think it's the wastegate?" No, it's not. It can't be that. It has to be your map sensor. It has to be a boost controller. It has to be a vacuum leak. It's always a vacuum leak. I get the MT tuning map sensors. I put that in. So Bryce reached out to me. Shout out to Bryce. He said, "Hey, you have to get those tuned in. Ask Dan to tune it in. Do not drive on it." I said, "Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't told that. I had already drove on it. Car reached like 30 psi. I was like, holy shit, let me chill out and get back home." So did all that. And again, where are my free sponsored parts? Where's my sponsorship from N75? We never spoke on it. There was nothing. No email on it. No, hey, I'm sponsoring your car from here on out. No, I did not get any downpipe that N75. I did not get any E85 line from N75. I did not get any intercooler from N75. So at that time, I came back up. It was random. I'm like, "Hey, man, can you tune these map sensors in?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'll figure it out." Next they come, "Hey, man, can you get this tuned in? I mean, I'm trying to go to Mexico. I'm trying to race." And, "Oh, you want to tell me why you got a intercooler from Whoosh? Did Whoosh send you an intercooler?" "Yeah. They asked me to make a video on it." "Oh, so you deleted it knowing I would see it." What? What? So at this point, he's like, "Oh, well, if I'm going to sponsor the car, you can't be taking sponsorships from other places." "Oh, you're sponsoring the car?" Okay, that's why I said, "Where's my intercooler and stuff? Where's the N75? I should be making videos on that." Okay, all right. How our sponsorship works, right? You get sent parts to promote it, to talk about it, to show it. For N75, I've been an advocate for over 2 years. I've brought him hundreds of customers. Hundreds. I've talked alone in my phone. I literally have probably 20 people I've talked into getting N75 that I know bought N75. Got EK1s and everything. How much does the EK1 cost? How much does the tune cost? How much does a spare ECU cost? It's over $1,000. So let's say out of 20 people, let's say half that, right? Half. That means that over $1,000, let's just say 500, 20 people. Oh shit, that's like $10,000, man. Right there, just in my phone. Holy shit. Oh, I mean, if it was a sponsorship, I kind of held up my bargain of the 7,000 worth of parts, the imaginary parts that I have. I get the turbo, but what about the other parts? You want me to send your coil packs too? Because when I put those in, I got a check engine light. But I put them in wrong. Again, you said if I sponsor this car. That is in December. If I sponsor this car. You have not sponsored it yet. You're still mad about me taking the Whoosh intercooler. But you're sponsoring the car. I'm wrong. We're talking about some of you guys that watch it and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to go get N75. But again, this is me thinking that Daniel was a friend. And what he said to me a few weeks ago, "You're just a customer." All right, I'm just a customer. My bad. So, for years, you led me to believe lap 3 was so bad in that their tunes are blowing people up. Their tunes are aggressive. First of all, my tune was aggressive. 30 PS, 30 degrees of timing. Then you got Kevin's car leaning out. 28 degrees of timing. And all you tell me was to go up a nozzle. Let's go up on more of these facts, man. Let's go up on other things that you said. The HT400 is still on the car, guys. Actually getting the TTE put on later today. I sold that turbo. I sold the 6th turbo that you never asked for back. Not until mid-December. Then you said you may sponsor the car. You never said I was fully sponsored. I always said I was open to it. You never gave me 100%. Even if I was. People don't sell sponsored parts. Let's just get that part out of the way. We have this person here, Angie Gallagher, right? I believe that's the person that has the YouTube channel also. I watched them. This person put, I can't understand. You can't keep replacing bad parts for a customer to turn around and sell them. Sorry to hear you guys had a fall now, but unfortunately this happens sometimes. And I said, that's not the whole story. There's always 3 sides to the story. Your side, their side, and the truth. But, Miss Angie, you chose to go on here and say more stuff after I said that's not the whole story. And you made another comment saying that, oh, he's selling 2 turbos, and Daniel's just like, yes, he did. So now we're adding things. We're adding, you sent $1,000. You sent $300. 3. No, I'm not stupid. Y'all saw the 2. I had 3. But first you said that. Then you said I was fully sponsored. I was never fully sponsored. Then, guess what? I found out the turbo that I got, this HT400, was a return from someone. That's where you were waiting. You were saying this turbo was being built. And I'm like, man, this turbo kind of got a lot of scratches on it. And guess what? Someone from lap 3 said, hey, man, your turbo's got these marks, blah, blah. At the same time that I returned the turbo to him. It's got the same marks, the same dent. I'm going to show that when I take the turbo out in the next video, just to show you guys. So you said, oh, the builder is having issues. You sent me a return turbo. That's why I had a brand new wastegate in the pack. This turbo that's on there was fine until I decided to turn it up. The day that I went to the dyno, that's the day that it started acting weirder and weirder. Right after that. It did good on the dyno, right? It made its 25, and then I tried to turn it up with the JB4. Remember, it only made 5 more horsepower. It should have made a lot more. It was maxed out. Right after that, I went out there, and guess what? It started smoking more and more. And now it has that same woo, and it has play. The turbo is bad. I even said to him, I said, hey, you know what? I am going to figure this out. Don't worry about it. The turbo's bad. I'll send it back to you. But I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to take care of it. So if I'm just wanting free parts, why did I buy a whole TTE? Then he said I begged because I said I'm unemployed. I got in an accident, was rear-ended, 80 miles an hour. Rear-ended, back all messed up. Literally just had a procedure last week to the point where they did a nerve block and I couldn't feel the whole side of my leg going down to my feet. But I'm just lying. I've been on work leave. But it's a shame that I have to explain myself, especially when I try to keep it cordial. It's a shame I'm making a video that's not about cars. I only owe this video to the people who supported me. Some of you guys coming out of the woodwork out of nowhere that I've never even talked to. You guys are speaking on a situation that you don't even know about. I would get all the facts first. Then, after you have all your facts, if you want to dislike or you don't like the way I move, that's fine. That's your opinion. But get the facts first. That's simple, right? I've never even talked to some of you. You people are weird. You was waiting for something to happen to say something to me, man. That's crazy. That's funny. But again, I do this for the people who watch, who want to learn something. I like learning. But it is what it is. I'm going to let this rock out. Hopefully you could pause and look at some of the things here. At the end of the day, you got to put this into perspective. I made the video, keeping it calm, just saying I'm leaving. Not even saying much, trying to do him a solid because I didn't want to air everything out. And he gets mad, goes make the, well, he didn't make the post, but he commented on the post, trying to air his side out, trying to discredit me and all the stuff that I've done for N75. I mean, I would like to think I've done a good amount. I would like to think. And that's what you do to your customers just because I said I don't want to no longer be tuned by you. So you say you no longer want to tune me after you are begging me to send a log so you could send me another tune and start from fresh, like you said, but you didn't say that. I think we all start to believe lies that we tell ourselves every day. Get some help. But one thing I find very interesting out of all this, you have plenty time to argue with me, and you don't have time to get back to your customers who are trying to push boundaries. Why did you send me a GTI tune? It's like you were trying to mess up the car on purpose. Interesting. Also, let's not forget my 60 to 130. So, I wasn't going to post my 60 to 130 for a number of reasons. Some of you guys know, some of you guys don't, but I go to Mexico a lot. I didn't want any decent times. For one, I wasn't proud of an 8.5. Like, it's an 8.5, it's whatever. I would have been more proud of a 7.5. You asked me, could you post it? I said, all right, whatever. You can post it. And you lied to the whole community and said, mind you, I didn't care that you said it was yours. I cared that you said you did it on 93 on your newest port injection on 93 with no water meth injection. It's breaking the tuning community. Whoa. Whoa. But I thought about it. I'm like, damn, that's kind of messed up. You're going to lie to all the people, all your fans that have your tuning. And what is this going to cause? It's going to cause people to buy your shit, put it on their car, and they're going to expect to get 8.5 with no water meth. Dude, you don't have the tuning to not do no water meth and get an 8.5. But like you said, my 8.5 was slow anyway. You could definitely do it in your car. You did it on Racebox. You rather lie to your people, have them believe something, and they're still going to stand by you no matter, oh, that doesn't matter. He's still a great guy and a great tuner. How come so many people got to say the same thing about him? Ask around. But at this point, I'm not going to cover this anymore. I'm not. I don't owe anybody any more than I've given. Like at first, you guys got to understand, I'm the type of guy, like, I see what's going on online. It's online. I care and I don't care. It's hurt him more than it's hurt me. Right? Like, you have to go defend yourself. I said, I'm leaving. There's just some things I don't agree with, and that's it. You said, he's not leaving. We chose to leave because he's selling turbos and lying. He's selling parts in turbos and lying. And I donated to him and tried to be so nice to him. Eh? I got the proof right here. All the proof. If you find it that I did wrong by selling the turbo, so be it. That's your opinion. There was nothing in writing. He never asked. Go make your post, man. I got some more stuff I can say, but I'm not going to. Some of it isn't my business. It's things that you've done to other people. That's not my business. I'm not going to put that out there. I'm telling my story. So why did I leave n75? For one, you're not going to talk to me like that. That whole thing, like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with you? Going getting another sponsor from somebody, and if how many times you going to talk to somebody like that? You ain't going to talk to me like that, dude. Nah, not me. Two, I just wanted to see other things, other tunes that are out there. I felt like there were other options. You got other tuners out there. You're not the only one. All right. I'm really considering upper, really considering cherry, considering lap 3. Look at JV. They just got the record too. Like, come on now. We aren't doing nothing. Time for me to go. Just wanted to do something else. I paid for my tune at the end of the day. Oh, I forgot. That was one of the parts you sent me, right? I paid $1,100. I don't have to do anything. Daniel is a little liar. What did you think I was going to say? Jeez, chill out. So, guys, I'm going to end it like this. Like I said, this is a long video. This is a very long video. I'm not going to go into this anymore. I've explained my half. Who knows? At this point, the guy probably come up with something randomly. I've shown you guys the lies at this point. And it is what it is. If he goes out there, please do not tag me in his post. I don't care, and I don't care to explain anything else to him or anybody else. And you can tell Daniel he won't be able to hit me up on Facebook. He can email me about this HT400, or I'll drop it to one of his associates. They could take care of it from there. I don't want to be bothered with the guy, but you can email me. Later, guys. If you like the video, subscribe. Thanks for watching. And for the people that just came up with their own things, I mean, you got to do better. It is what it is.